just under $700 mining crypto in the month of May, and today I want to show you guys all of the projects that I have mined in this past month. If you guys have been watching these videos for a while now, you know that I actually made the decision, I think in March, that I wanted to buy at least one new device every month, and I've been hitting that for the past 2 months. In April, I think I got 3. In this month, I think I got 3. So I'm going to be showing you guys the profits on some of them. I did actually have some issues with one of them, which I will get to. More so just because I haven't been around. If you guys have been following me on X, I was at Bitcoin 2025, and then I was back for a week if we're going back in time, and then I was in Chicago the week before. So I haven't had a lot of time to actually make videos, so I'm finally settled in. You can see that the environment is different. I moved. So yeah, let's get into the video. Now, this is very interesting. Now, I have made all my videos in the past, and the Alphabetical DG1 Plus is usually the top contender, except for last month. Weber was on top, which is strange. But this month, yet again, the DG1 Plus, my ASIC miner that I paid a lot of money for, is not at the top. The top one is actually Hive Mapper, and I earned 6,245 tokens with the price on June 1st. It's about $164. Now, I haven't sold any of my earnings for this month, or I think honestly even prior months. I've just kind of been hodling all of them just because I think a lot of these projects that I'm a part of are going to see some price appreciation when DePIN finally starts to take off. When is that going to be? I have no clue. But as you guys can already tell, if you look at the bottom here, DePIN is my primary source of income with mining crypto. So I'm obviously optimistic about it. 6,000 of these tokens, or like something, maybe like 5,000, 5,500 was from affiliate sales. I'm finally starting to get paid out on those, which is awesome. The unfortunate thing is the token was like 30 cents when I earned these, or maybe it was like 50 cents. Would have been so much more money, but we're stuck with 165 bucks. That's a big reason why I'm holding on. Second place comes in at $451, but after expenses, and I always tack on the expenses to the Doge coin part of the Alphabetical because it does make the most money. But there's something new. I guess I should highlight this. There's something new in May that I actually got the Bitcoin credit card. So I was able to pay for the electricity bill with the Gemini Bitcoin card, and now I'm actually getting cash back in Bitcoin. So it's a double dip. So I thought that was really cool that I can now use my crypto miner fees being paid with a crypto credit card. I thought that was really cool. So profit came in at $160 just for the Doge side of things. Now the Aether Edge, this thing is a machine. I mean, quite literally, but it earns 100 tokens every day, giving me a grand total of $143. There is a token unlock period, so you don't get all the tokens immediately, and I will cover the 7-day and 30-day earnings for this device respectively in a future video. I haven't done that yet, but just stay on the lookout for that because there is some good information about that. Helium Mobile Indoor Hotspot. This thing has been awesome. Paid itself off long ago, just under $42. I have no expenses. The best thing about these DePIN projects is like if you're hosting it, the only expense you have is like a revenue split with the device user, whoever it may be, or the business where it's placed. But for this, I have it at a family location, so I don't have to pay any fees. So it's really awesome. I just get that free HNT. Alphabetical DG1 Plus Bitcoin made $40.45. The GeoPulse, this is new. I have to make a video on this in regards to the earnings, but I made 190 tokens in, I think it was like 1 week. So that ended up being $40. Now the GeoPulse is a little bit different in the fact that you don't get consistent earnings. Right now it's mostly quests. So it's like you map in a hexagon and you get paid for making sure it's accurate. So they are yet to release new quests. I think they are coming this month in June. So that's exciting. The HyFX GeoNet station. There has been a lot of talk about this. I've had it forever. We can go all the way back to May. It was actually offline for a certain period. I've had it for a very long time. But I only made 25% rewards. Now, if you guys saw my previous videos, the guy Rovin through EasyNav XYZ, which is where I hosted. He filed for bankruptcy. He's having health issues. My device was stuck at the 25% rewards, and there was just some back and forth. I was supposed to be getting 50. Actually, I was supposed to be getting 100%, but he never held up his end of the bargain. So I was a little bitter about that. But GeoNet itself, the team, came through after a bunch of back and forth emails. I finally got 99% reward. So not able to give me 100 because it is still technically on the revenue split. But my earnings this month compared to last month, last month I made 75 tokens, and this month I made 184. So I I almost tripled my tokens. I had a couple days where it was offline, which is why it's so much lesser. But that's very exciting because now I'm making $35 a month on this GeoNet device. I actually have plans today to put it higher up in my attic. Alphabetical DG1 Plus Litecoin made me $22. We're just going to rapid fire here. Helium IoT. I should actually change this to 2 devices. I need to re-plug in a device that's been offline for a while. But $19, that's solid. That's solid money for doing nothing. And again, with much of the Helium stuff, they paid themselves off long ago. Demo R1, 229 tokens. That equates to $10.80 after my 25% payout, which I pay via Venmo to the cars that are associated in my fleet. But the nice thing about that is I get to keep all the Demo tokens. Is that going to pay off in the long run? God, I hope so. Demo just announced some really cool news. I probably will make a video on it. Helium mobile phone, $9. I still got like 2 or 3 months left for free, so there's no expenses there. Demo macaroon, I made $8.21 after not electricity, but after expenses. Crank devices, I have because I have one of the IoT devices off, I also do have one crank device off, but this token has not been doing very well. It's been on a consistent downturn since they went live. I've had them all the way up here. I was making $74 a month at one point when the token was priced at 4 cents, and now we are down to less than a cent. So it's unfortunate. It would be quite a lot more money if it was at 4 cents, but that's not where we're at right now. Hopefully we'll see some positive changes there. Canon Avalon Nano 3S. I didn't have this on long, but this was actually sent out to me to review, so it's super awesome by Helium Deploy. Shout out to them. And it made $3.38 in Bitcoin. I have to actually plug this thing back in. It's been sitting offline since I've moved. I've had some difficulties getting the Wi-Fi reconfigured. Wayru, I still only have one device now, and I think it's offline because I didn't earn any tokens during the month. It's just the way it goes. I really like with these projects that haven't been making a lot of money, I haven't been entirely incentivized to go fix them just because I have so much other stuff going on. If you guys can just see by my room, like my room is completely different. And that's because I've been putting a lot of work into, painting. I haven't painted, but family member painted. Buying a new bed, new mattress, new comforter. There's just been a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. Jaeger Country Club. I've covered this, not really, but I have had this on my earnings thing for a while. Didn't make anything with that, so I was a little disappointed. Deep, still in testnet, so unsure what's going on with that. I don't know if they have set a TGE event or a date that they're going to go mainnet yet, but I'm really bullish on this project. I'm really excited to see what they bring. Entropy Ashler also had some issues getting it set up. I kind of tried to set it up. I got the device before the app was even launched, so there was kind of a disconnect there. Hopefully I can get that set up this weekend, and then we can have a full month of earnings for the month of June, even though it's the 7th. I'm a little late making this video. And finally, XNET. So that device has been offline for a while. Got to figure it out. I guess I shouldn't make that offline because it's going to be online. But yeah. So in total, if you want to go at the breakdown here. Oh, okay. That's all my, I guess that's all my Helium stuff. Don't know why it's at the bottom. In total, DPIN obviously being my most profitable at $473. Total just under $700 with the Alphabetical DG1 Plus after electricity still pulling in $221 a month, and that's at the current prices. Things are low right now, guys. Like Doge is at 19 cents. If Doge goes back up to 40 cents, we're looking at some serious profits, and I'm really looking forward to that. It seems like Bitcoin is obviously just rallying, hovering around 105, and it's just taking all of the Otherwise, liquidity that would flow down to the other tokens, that's just all getting pumped into Bitcoin, and respectfully so. Bitcoin is a good coin. It's a good foundation for cryptocurrency, and it has a lot of future potential with all of the new S&P 500 companies getting into it, and all the just the regulatory aspect that is starting to pass. But coming up for next month, I do have, I believe, at least one project on the way that I haven't covered yet, and hopefully more than that, but there will be more projects on this list, so that would be exciting. If you guys have any questions about any of these projects, feel free to put them in the comment section below. Still have to make review videos on just a ton of stuff, and I guess I'll save it all for the Q2 update video. But thank you guys so much for watching. See you all in the next video. Have a great one. Peace out.